Hi everyone, it's Jim Gillis with Win My Vote, and thanks so much Michael White for the Win My Vote shout out. I do agree that all Libertarian candidates should build a candidate profile and use our platform as a campaigning platform. And I'll go through a quick little video demo to show the advantages. So for those of you that aren't familiar with Win My Vote is a free voter engagement site where voters can sign up with just an email address or social media account, and without entering any personal information, just a zip code, we can create for them their own online interactive sample ballot for their upcoming elections. So for example, 90010 is a Los Angeles, California zip code. So for my ballots, I can see all the upcoming ballots. So for this demo, we'll just go backwards a little bit and say I'm a voter in Los Angeles and it's sometime in February, and I heard that there's a special election for Congressional District 34, so I can click on that election and I can see all the candidates that are running in that. Sorry about this. This was a demo I did before. So again, I can go through all of the candidates here. I can click on their profiles. I can learn a little bit more about them. And again, for this one, I'll use Angela here because she's the Libertarian candidate. So I can say, great, I can hear exactly what the Libertarian candidate has to say, straight from them.
I'm Angela McArdle. While working in litigation for the past 7 years, I've come across all different kinds of people, from the poor senior citizen barely making ends meet, to people working to provide for their families and boost the local economy. The conclusion I've come to in all my experience is that we need representatives who aren't afraid to admit that some of the programs we have in place to help actually hurt people.
And with that, I can also see other issue statements that she's built here. And again, she builds these, the candidate builds their own profile the same way they would build a Win My Vote, a Facebook profile or a Twitter account or a LinkedIn account or even online dating. And they can update it in real time, and I can access their Facebook page or their Twitter account, and I can share this profile on social media, so I can even kind of campaign for the candidate. And if I like this candidate, I can click on the favorite star right here, and I can favorite her on my ballot. And as you can see here, her nameplate's turned green. She's moved to the very front of the race, and I can also see that she has 100% of the favorites that are here on Win My Vote. And again, this is just a demo ballot. But this way, I can reach out to my friends and say, hey, sign up for Win My Vote. It's totally free. You'll be able to see all of your ballots and check out, Angela's profile. And if you like what you hear, then favorite her. So this ballot is really set up for sort of the everything from the hardcore voter that wants to learn about all the different candidates and all the different issues and engage and comment on the race and share it on social media and really dig in, all the way to the casual voter that is very busy and just wants to know who the Libertarian candidate is in the House race in District 34 and favorite them and then just go back to their life. And then the advantage here is that they can do that real quickly. They can go back to their busy life, and then a week before the election they'll get an email saying, hey, there's a week before the election, here's your polling place, here's your ballot. That person can go, okay, great, Angela, yep, that was my vote. I'm going to print this out, or I'm going to bring my cell phone into the polling place and make sure that I vote accordingly. So we're a national provider. We have ballots in almost every city. So for example, if you have friends in Cincinnati, all they do is go up, sign up, put in a Cincinnati zip code, which I'll do right now, which is 45203. That's Cincinnati. Now these will auto-populate when they're direct hits, but since I'm changing my account, it gives you the flexibility to look at different races if you want. So once that's all in there, I just hit save, and now I can see the Cincinnati ballots. So for example, Cincinnati has an election coming up, November 7th of this year. There's 2 candidates running for mayor. There may be a Libertarian candidate. I don't know. I've reached out to as many Libertarian candidates as possible, even the national group. They don't have one listed on the site. But I'll dig up, or if someone knows the candidate, email me, reply to this message, or email me at jim@winmyvote.com, and I'll build their profile for them and stick them up there. Same thing with the city council race. I don't think any of these candidates here identify as libertarian. I'm not sure if the Cincinnati Libertarian Party or a representative of the Libertarian Party in Cincinnati, I've again reached out to all of them, but this is where they would do it, right? Where they would either endorse one of these candidates that I could see. So for example, I would click on this candidate, I can hear directly from them, and then under featured endorsements I would see here that the Libertarian Party of Cincinnati has endorsed this candidate. And that may be enough for me. I'm busy, I'd favorite that candidate, I go back to my ballot, and that's going to be my choice. And then I can move on to other races if they have some. So there's like a school board race. No one has entered that one yet. But anyway, so we have ballots all over the country, and would love to see more and more libertarians up here, all the time. There's lots of other features here for voters. So for example, I can check on my voter registration status. I can apply to vote by mail or vote absentee. I can find my polling place. I can look through a library of what we call trusted sources, which are groups and organizations and individuals that make endorsements, so I can see who they're voting for. I can also, let me get back to that main page, I can also check on important dates leading up to this election. I can add this ballot to any one of my online calendars to get reminders. I can print it out, I can share on social media, I can even create my own group and make my own endorsements and then share those with friends. So there's lots of things I can do here. There's really no reason for me to go anywhere else to make my decision about, who I'm going to vote for in this election. And that's the idea. The idea is that giving the voter all the tools they need to compare candidates side by side, and now you have a level playing field. Although that said, libertarian candidates do need to build candidate profiles and do need to get on the ballot so that I can give them, their 5 minutes, and if I like what they say, then I can favorite them and be done with it. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.